Okay. Hello, everybody. Rick Hinderer here at IWA 2019. Having a great time here in Germany, as always. Busy show, which kind of, we've been really busy at Rick Hinderer Knives for the past 2 years, and here we are in Germany, and I've had some new stuff to show to you. So, first off, I want to talk about the Vintage Series. So the Vintage Series is really, I took the XM18 as the very first, and I wanted to be able to kind of go back in time a little bit and do something in more of the way it was done 100 years ago. I'm really into collecting vintage military arms and things like that, so it gave me the inspiration to take one of my regular knives, which is, we're in the age of stainless steel and handle materials made out of carbon fiber, and which is great, but I wanted to go back to the way it used to be done. And so what I did, the very first model of the Vintage Series is the XM18 with a spear point blade. And what I did was, on the blade, is I did away with the stainless and went with an 01 tool steel, which is 01 tool steel is a tool steel that's been made for blades for probably over 100 years. And 01 is also a great tool steel. It makes a really good blade, very tough and really easy to sharpen, easy to resharpen. That's the biggest thing that people know right away. Is sometimes the 20 CVs, S35VNs are a lot harder to sharpen. So I went with 01 tool steel, and for a coating, because it will rust because of the fact that it's a tool steel. But again, this is vintage. Went with an old antique military parkerizing for the finish. So again, that goes back to the vintage, just like vintage military firearms are parkerized. So I parkerized the 01 steel on this. I noticed the handle is walnut, so it's natural walnut, and we treated it with linseed oil, which is what they did with the old gun stocks way back when, and it kind of completes that vintage look through the handle material. On the other side, on the lock side, we did, of course, the lock side is made out of titanium, 6-4 titanium, and it is a modern material. However, I did it in a OD green, matte OD green anodized finish, so it kind of looks like the action on an old 1903 Springfield 1903 military rifle. And then for all of the hardware and the fittings, we went with stainless steel, but what we did was we heat anodized it to give it that old antique type look to it. So that is our Vintage Series. Now we're going to be doing this treatment across our whole line of folding knives. So in the future, you'll see this series, special run series, across the full tracks, the half tracks, everything we do that folds. So that is the Vintage Series. This one here will move right into this. This is also the Vintage Series. Sorry about that. This has a checkered, or XM18 texture. That's what I'm trying to say. Got tongue-tied. So that's the other Vintage Series. This one will move to the fixed blade. This was in the works for over a year. This is the Ranch Bowie, and it's the first fixed blade that I've come out with in really quite some time. Feels great in the hands, got a great balance, 5-inch blade, and it's great for backpacking, camping, hunting, just about everything. This has been a big hit. Our first batch of these sold out immediately, so it's been a really big hit. We got sculpted handles, which makes it really comfortable with the hand swell and everything. And we made these out of 3V, and these are also going to be made in a Vintage Series at some point in the future. And the sheath that comes with it is also really special. This is a heavy cowhide leather sheath. It's made by Amish craftsmen that live close to us in Ohio, and it's really, everybody has just gone crazy over the sheath. It's a really good, stout, high-quality sheath. So now we'll move right into, this is a blockbuster at the Blade Show last year. This is the full track. The full track is a continuation from the half track. It's bigger. So this one is 3 3 3/4 inches long. and in 20 CV in a spear point configuration. Wider blade, so you get a nice high, long bevel grind, which makes for a really nice slicing type knife. This was also the platform for the very first tri-way pivot system that everybody's familiar with. You can be able to put bearings, Teflon or bronze washers in it. And this knife, you can be able to, we pocketed the underside of the handle so that you can put all of the components inside the handle. So the handles are, both sides are titanium, machined titanium. And the other really cool feature on this knife is a removable tool that you can be able to, it hides right into the back spacers. You can pull it off. You can take the whole knife apart, disassemble the whole knife with this one tool. So, which is really a big, it was a really big plus. I won the most innovative American-made knife of the year last year at the Blade Show with it. And so we're really excited about this whole, this project. And of course, we're going to be making this in a vintage series as well in the future. So that's pretty much, that's what we got new for the for IWA this year. This past year, a lot of people that are familiar with Rick Hinderer knives know that we have been extremely busy coming out with new products, and 2019 is not going to be an exception. We're not slowing down any. We're going to have a couple big new releases at Blade Show this year. Hope to see everybody there, and everybody that's coming to IWA. Hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been awesome. We had a lot of people through here, and I'm going to be sad to leave Germany in a couple of days, but I hope to be back very soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.